Welcome back. This is the AFCON Daily Show on Citi TV. So now the quarterfinals are set. Maybe you can have a look at the fixture tree that feeds nicely into the next bit of the discussion. There you have it. So you see the established names: Cameroon, Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, Burkina Faso to an extent, and Senegal. The two countries I haven't mentioned, Gambia and Equatorial Guinea. They are the minnows. At this stage, they are the teams with the least experience in terms of the AFCON. They've never won it before. They've never gone as far, as deep into the competition as a lot of these other countries. So we are wondering, how well can these two countries do? Equatorial Guinea and Gambia. How well can they do? How far could they potentially go in this competition? Can they even win it? Are people even thinking that they can win? Susu, you've been looking at a few things, and will we have a Gambian win?
I think if they continue finishing, Gambia at least, continue finishing like they've started the tournament, it's very possible. Because I just want to look at their group stage record for a second. This was a very efficient team. So even though they took 24 shots, it only amounted to an XG of 2. So you would say, oh, they are not creating good opportunities. But with that 2 XG, they scored 3 goals. That's a great overperformance. And usually, kind of hot streaks like this can last over 6 or 7 games. They won't last over the course of a season, but you only need it to last 2-3 more games for it to be good and maybe get to penalties, win the competition. So I don't think that's a problem. So their efficiency is very great, and that's what sets them up. And I think most of the minnows we are talking about have similar efficiency. They are not creating a lot of quote-unquote good chances, as I would call them, or high-quality chances, but they are scoring. They are taking a lot of shots from outside. They are using their technique, and they are beating their keepers. Because the truth is, they do have some good technical players, and they are making use of what they have. There's a lot more space when you play deep and break in behind. So that's probably what's helping them. So let's compare them to favorites. Me and Fenty have said we are looking at Morocco to kind of win the competition. So this Morocco after their last game. So you can see Morocco have an XG of 9.7, and they've only scored 7 goals. So Morocco are the opposite. They are creating high quality opportunities, but they are not taking them. What's to say that in their next game, they are not going to get an XG of 2 and score no goals? So if their finishing continues like this, it becomes a problem. We always say things revert back to the mean, but how long before it reverts back to the mean? Will it happen before the tournament ends, or will they continue underperforming their XG and it will cost them eventually? Because you can't keep on taking good opportunities and missing. Because even look at these 2 dots. I don't know if you can see the 2 dots on the 2 red dots there. It's very difficult to see, but there's 2 red dots. Those are 2 of Hakimi's free kicks. Okay. Now remove those free kicks. I don't know if you can see it right here. So if you remove Hakimi's free kicks, that's 5 goals. And Hakimi's free kicks are not even that noticeable in the XG. So you remove them, it's probably down to an XG of 9.6, 9.5. And still, that's 5 goals now. Look at all these, kind of circles in here that they are not taking. Okay. If they continue like that, I think they'll have some problems, because Hakimi has bailed them out in a few games. And that's not sustainable like what we said. But if you're dominating, getting space in behind, so I'll go back to the play chart I always talk about. The minnows are here, fast and direct. They get in behind, they take advantage of space. When the teams here, their strategy works, it's more dangerous for a lot of teams because there's more space in behind. When you are playing on this side, you need things to work for. The space is congested. You've slowed the game down, you won't control. The other team doesn't have the ball, fair enough, but will you be able to create those clear-cut opportunities to score? Look at Mali. Mali were right here, best passing team in the competition. Against Equatorial Guinea, they were like a toothless lion. What was the point? No drive, no determination, no ability to score. Let me not say toothless lion, because lions also have claws, so I'll say a toothless shark. So the point here is that your play style can give some results. Again, for Mali like this, it means you are unlikely to concede. But if you're also like Mali and you can't score, what's the point? We are seeing teams like Cameroon, and then Senegal are also another example. They are not scoring. I don't know what's going to happen to them. They only scored against 9-man Cape Verde, like we said. So if Senegal continues, they are keeping the ball and they are not actually able to break down teams, it will go to penalties and they are at the mercy of a coin flip, like we said. And I don't know how much research these big teams have done. I think the small teams will have prioritized that kind of research because it's more beneficial to them. Those small, 1%, 2% opportunities makes more sense for a small team. If you are Senegal, you are thinking, oh, we have Mane, we have Crepin Diatta, we have Ismail Assar, we have this, we have that. So I think we have to really pay attention to the small teams. I think we have underrated them a bit. And that's the problem with some of these data models. They are not able to get those kind of cutting edge, like slight things that might just take you over the edge. It just focuses on what is on the pitch. Like, okay, this team's quality is this, and this team's quality is that. So that's why you see teams like Morocco and Senegal on their quote-unquote spreadsheet have a higher chance of winning. But you watch Senegal play, and I don't think they are going to win the AFCON. But I think Opta's new algorithm has put them as favorites because of their player quality. So I think Daniel is right. A well-executed game plan is essential to winning this AFCON. I think the small teams have it down. And I think the big teams need a bit of a rethink.
Okay. Interesting.
He's absolutely right. And I think for my only challenge with, for example, the smaller teams like Gambia, for example, is that unlike, say, Morocco, who have faced so many different scenarios in the game, like being behind, Gambia has never had to deal with that. So it will be very important to see how they're able to deal with adversity, like going behind. Because if you look at their style of play, the way I think Gambia are they have the lowest line block, defensive block in the entire competition. If you look at their average, they start their play 33 meters or so away from goal.
There was some stats about their passes per defensive action. So it kind of measures presses. They are basically last. They don't press that much. And Fence is right. They've only spent, in the group stage, only spent 2% of the group stage behind of their playing time, which is up there with Mali, Nigeria, and Cote d'Ivoire. But those teams are out. So it's something they should be wary of.
So I think that would be something very interesting to see. But obviously, they have deserved where they are today. And I keep saying that this is not by accident. It is proper coaching. And Tom Saife, he's the one that's varied the most tactics in this competition. I think in the 4 games that they have played, he's used about 3 different systems.
Interesting.
And he's got recent results from every single one of those matches. So he's a tactically astute manager. I wouldn't say it.
You won't say no if he
I wouldn't say
Black Stars manager.
Before. I would love him.
Give him the cosign.
I would love him to be in charge of the Black Stars, because I've seen what he's done with even Malawi. I've seen what he's done with Zimbabwe. I've seen what he's done with Gambia now. And even seen what he's done with teams in the Middle East. And he's never really had the opportunity for stability and to work with high quality talents. And if you give him that, I'm sure that he would absolutely deliver. So for me, if I were given the opportunity now to choose any coach to handle the Black Stars today, I'm going for the Gambian manager, because he's also got great understanding of the African context.
Daniel, you have the final word. You are, amongst all of us here, you are always the one who's the most sympathetic to underdogs.
Not just all the underdogs, the serious underdogs.
The serious underdogs. Because some underdogs are not serious.
People like Ethiopia. No, it's true.
I don't think Ethiopia are underdogs.
No,
you see, the underdog tag, you have to reach a certain.
Ethiopia are underdogs in all the group games.
Yes.
Is it? No, I think that is a slightly.
Okay, an underdog is a team that has no reputation. It's not known.
Yes, but with a chance. Like, for example, if Brazil is playing against Ethiopia, I just feel like it's not appropriate to say Ethiopia are underdogs. So it's like they're just coming to play.
No,
but
my point is they could have done better. They could have done better. The sort of football they play, they should have been smarter. They should have been smarter. Yeah. There's no reason why, for me personally, there's no reason why Equatorial Guinea and Gambia cannot reach the final and face each other. I'm a strong believer on defensive organization.
Okay.
I feel in football, and I've seen it over and over again, you can always stop a team from scoring. You can always do that. You can always devise a game plan to stop a team from scoring. But what is very difficult, also in the flip side, is also, or what is easy, is getting a goal out of anything. We've seen Mourinho, we've seen Diego Simeone, we've seen Gambia, we've seen Equatorial Guinea do it. Set pieces, long range shots, own goals, they are all goals. Do you get me? So you can frustrate your opposition. And you see, when it comes to international football, because these teams have not been playing together for a very long time, it's actually easy to be, not easy, but it's as compared to club football, it's easier to devise a game plan to stop people from playing their football, because it's not as fluid enough. You look at Senegal, who are struggling for goals. In fact, almost everybody in this competition has struggled for goals, bar Cameroon and Morocco. So, and even the Cameroonians have not been that impressive. It's because they face Ethiopia, and anybody will beat Ethiopia. But look, I honestly feel that the Gambians and Equatorial Guineans, they have smart managers, they have technically good players, and they can go all the way, especially Gambia for me.
All right, we'll see how that one goes. The Gambians, Daniel Clanton believes they could go far. We'll see what happens. We are back to tomorrow with some more AFCON Daily Show on Citi TV. We'll catch you then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and bye-bye.